Hi everyone, this is the follow-up to a video I did earlier. It's not actually a series, but they kind of go hand in hand. One of the things that we talked about in an earlier video was branding. So if you haven't already seen that video, go check it out and then come back to this one and see how they go hand in hand. But the branding video was about new business owners or those who haven't really focused on branding before, really drawing some attention to how to brand your company and set yourself apart from other businesses doing the same thing. Well, the reason this video goes hand in hand, even though it is employee appreciation, is because if you have employees or you have volunteers or just your wife or your husband, somebody helping you, those people are the lifeblood of your business. They are helping you to achieve your goals and reach your mission. You need to appreciate them and do so in an official capacity. So that's why the employee appreciation goes with branding, because it's all the same. So let's talk about employee appreciation. Yes, I've had a job in the past where my boss told me, the job doesn't thank you back. Job doesn't love you back. You're just lucky to have a job. Be grateful that you have a job. All those words, they weren't positive or reinforcing a good message. They were just things that made me think, maybe I should be looking somewhere else or doing my own thing, which is how I, pushed further into my event planning efforts. I would say this: those statements should never be made to employees. So let's look at taking the opposite approach, because I'm a very, very positive person, probably to a fault. I think about the upside to everything. I do see the glass as half full. And for those of you who might not know what that means, which would be shocking because most people do know what it means, but it's taking a glass of anything and getting it to the halfway point with liquid. And when you look at it, some people who are on negative thinking side say, it's almost gone. It's only a half a glass. They see it from a downside. For the positive thinkers in the world, we see it as, it's a half a glass of juice or half a glass of water. Oh, wow, it's a whole half a glass. So we see it differently. So as a positive thinker, I look for the silver lining in every cloud. I look for, what lesson am I supposed to learn here? How can I fix this? What can I change? Okay, how can I recover from here? And I don't want to tell you I don't have dark and bad days. I do. But my life is focused on making it a win-win going forward. Okay, we're stuck in the mud. Okay, let's step out of this mud and get out onto dry land and move forward. Let's continue the trip, continue the journey. So with employee appreciation, that's one of the things that I am an advocate for, because as I said, I've had the jobs where there wasn't a whole lot of appreciation. It was just do the job, get paid, and come back tomorrow. Okay, so let's change that in your businesses with your volunteers. One of the things I would say, it does not have to cost a lot of money. First of all, it starts with your attitude. You as the owner, the manager, the director, the coordinator, the leader, it starts with your attitude. You should not at any point be using negative phrases towards the employees about the work that they do. Even when you are having employee meetings and counseling, there's a positive way to deliver even a bad message. So think before you go into meetings with your employees about how you want to deliver the message. And even if it's a harsh one or I have to let you go, it is better to deliver it in a positive manner than to just have attitude. Okay, so with employee appreciation, we take it from that side to the employees that are doing exactly what you want, to the ones you want to keep and the ones you want to promote, and you want more of the same actions that they're doing. You want them to keep and continue doing them. You need to, as we say, incentivize. Incentivize just means giving them a carrot out front, a bone, something that they can chase and go after. And when they finally achieve the results that you're looking for, that means really just saying, attaboy, a good girl, great job. Okay, you start off with the verbal appreciation. Again, find ways to call them aside and tell them, you did a great job. I really liked what you did on this. I love the fact that you called this person and you told them it was on the way. And I know that was the third call you had to make to them. But when it finally got there, think about how happy they were. And we're keeping them as a client. That is a positive reinforcement message. Another thing that you can do, if you have several employees, call a meeting and then verbally, praise the person for efforts that were done, letting the entire team know that it was because of Mary's efforts or Tina's efforts or Danielle's efforts that this happened, this positive result happened, and make sure you start clapping at the end and everybody else will follow suit, giving applause to that employee. Those types of things go a long way. Now, of course, you can't do that for the next 20 years and expect that an employee will feel just great about themselves. So you want to move to the next level. Then you might want to do maybe a paper award or some type of acknowledgement in writing, a letter that says, hey, Raheem, you did a really good job on Project XYZ. I'm very proud of you. I'm happy to have you aboard. Thank you for your service. Something that Raheem can put in his portfolio or with his resume. Although you don't want to ever lose him as an employee, it is inevitable that at some point in time, more than likely, Raheem's going to move on if he's not promoted fast enough with you. You want to give him accolades that show he was valued and that your business thrived with his service. So again, as I said, these are things that don't cost money. And then you want to move on. If your business can financially afford it and these people have been with you for a long time, think about doing things that do cost a little money. It doesn't have to be huge, grandiose things, trips or anything, but you can start off small. Give them a gift card, $5 gift card to Starbucks, a $5 gift card to McDonald's. Give the entire team a free lunch. Hey guys, Friday, pizza's on me. I'm buying pizza and sodas for you. I want to thank you for all the work you've done this quarter. Whatever, some things you can spring for, and in doing that, it creates goodwill among the employees, and they're very grateful for your appreciation of them. And then individually, at some point in time, you might want to think about bigger and larger celebrations. If someone brings in a large account or they bring in something or keep or even retain business, because it is much more costly to acquire business, to go after a new customer, than to keep a customer. So the old customers, the existing customers, are the more valuable of the bunch because you don't want them to ever go away. And if one of your employees or volunteers is making sure that that customer stays with you, that's a very valuable thing. Take nothing for granted. That person, that employee, should be rewarded for their efforts in helping you to grow your business by retention. So in doing so, you might want to think of something a little larger. Give them a little envelope with maybe a $50 cash bonus, or throughout the year. It doesn't have to be just at bonus time. You can do it whenever. Now, of course, if you have a star performer, that person's going to be a little different. You don't want them every week to be turning around with an envelope saying, look what I got to the coworkers, because that kind of breaks morale to see this one person constantly receiving. So in that case, you might want to think about, a promotion in title. Instead of them just being, a car wash technician, they are now a senior car wash technician. And that comes maybe with a raise or some additional perks that they didn't have before, free car washes each month or whatever. If you have other questions about ways to appreciate your employees, please reach out to me. I'm always available to plan these things for you, to help you either by phone or coming out to your location, or maybe setting up some special, little trip or something, or dinner. These are things that I can do to help you, but, I'm always available for ideas if you just want to do it yourself also. So, again, this is Leslie Burns at Gold Crown Events. Always here to help you with your events. Thanks.